What's up? It's Tiffany. Before we get started on this week's episode, please be sure to send us your requests at booshakalakapodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter X, Booshakalakapod. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram at Booshakalakapodcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Booshakalaka podcast. I am your host, Tiffany, joined by my co-host, Pierre.
Spirits of air, forest, and sea, set us of this demon free. Beast of hoof and beast of shell, drive this evil back to hell. You're not gonna know it, but it's fine.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Charmed. No! Charmed.
Witches of Eastwick.
Charmed.
It was Charmed?
Yes, it was Charmed.
Ah!
I didn't watch Buffy.
I got the silver. Oh, that is really weird because that was like, yeah, people will tell you that that's weird. I watched it. I remember like watching it when it aired on television, and I watched like a couple episodes, and I was like, I don't like this. And
it looked cheesy. It looked really cheesy. It always looked cheesy.
It was very, very cheap. My face is a little early. I get a little early. Oh Lord, it's hot outside, guys. We actually went outside to the theaters to watch a movie. So spoiler alert: we are reviewing 2024's Trapped. I kept saying Trapped with a T, but it's just called Trap. I was thinking Trapped. I don't know why the whole time, but anywho, the synopsis is
because it's a trap.
It's a trap. Like the big fat thing off of Star Wars. Anyway.
Yes.
Was it Jar Jar Binks? No, it wasn't Jar Jar Binks.
No, it's Jabba
Commander somebody. Oh, Jabba the Hutt. Damn.
Well, he's not the one who the commander said it, so maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Okay. So the synopsis is: a man and his teenage daughter realize they're at the center of a dark and sinister event while watching a concert. Who the fuck
wrote that? Because that's not what the fuck happened.
Look, we're gonna let it. If it don't apply, let it fly, because that ain't
that's that bullshit, because that didn't happen.
No, so I mean, I feel like what's behind us: 30,000 fans, 300 cops, a serial killer, no escape. That sounds like a better synopsis than what I just wrote.
Very
okay, so scratch what I said. But all right, guys, spoiler alert. If you don't want the movie spoiled, please do not listen to this podcast. If you do want the movie spoiled, I said that wrong. If you don't want the movie spoiled, please don't listen to this podcast, but listen to it anyway. But if you do want the movie spoiled, please continue on.
Yes, if you're going to watch the movie, come back later and then watch the movie.
Download it. Save it for later, you know? Because we'll be here.
I hate you so much. Okay.
How was your movie-going experience? I haven't been to the movies in a very long time.
That is so sad.
Last one I saw was the second Black Panther.
Last one I saw was Deadpool and Wolverine on Thursday. Hard
pass.
No. Let me say this. I know that you said before you didn't like it because it was just like white guy humor and all that. But I will say this was way better. Like I actually laughed multiple times.
What?
So it kind of got better. Like the formula kind of got better. I don't know what it was. I can't put my finger on it, but it was a better movie. Like I thought it was great.
Okay, still, I'm not gonna pay to watch it. Let's put it that way. The way movies are going now,
it'll be on Max,
like Prime Video, Max within like 2 to 3 months. I can wait. So, Josh Hartnett.
Oh, he's back. He is back.
Good. Oh my god,
he is back. Woo! I didn't see. He's looking like you. I ain't seen no wrinkles. He
was so. I kept looking at him like, "Hey, Zaddy," but he not a Zaddy. We the same age. Why the fuck? Where is the faculty, Joshua?
He has it. No, he's back. He has it. He gave me he's back. So I need him to go ahead, sign that contract. Yeah.
Call everybody back. We are ready.
He has not lost it. He's not just.
But in this movie, in the beginning, he's a lame. He's a cornball, corn chips, corn.
He's
candy,
a dad,
candy
and he's a dad with his dad jokes. He starts the movie off with his daughter singing some terrible ass song, terribly. And they're on their way to the Lady Raven concert. No comment.
Don't do Little Raven like that. Little Raven, because she was so petite. She was so small.
I feel like I've seen her before. I'm like, where have I seen this Indian girl before? But
so first off, I was like, why does she look like a mix of Liza Koshy and Maya? But in reality, it's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
Really?
And that's really her singing. She's a nice little voice.
Serious?
She's a little cute little thing.
You better use nepotism. Oh, she's
beautiful.
She is very gorgeous. I gotta see what her mama look like, because she's gorgeous.
her concert wasn't that good, but she was a little cutie patootie. I liked seeing her, and she looked like she had the stage presence down, and I appreciated that like a
You
lot
know what?
because you see a lot of artists nowadays, and baby, you couldn't get $2.50 from me.
You know, this is so problematic. There was a comedian who said,
I don't have time to be fucking editing your ass out of here.
You're not gonna edit it out because the comedian said this. I'm just repeating it.
Okay.
Because looking at her, I think it was Patrice O'Neill who said this. Indian people look like black people with white haircuts. Because I was like, at first I was like, wait, is she black? But then I was like, no, she's Indian. But then I'm like, she could be black with a nice weave.
Yeah, it's like our eye shapes might be a little different. Like they tend to have like bigger eyes, brighter eyes, and then the hair is just very silky smooth. It's a black person with a 30-inch.
She had the lips,
black
like
bust
her lips. I was like, damn,
her lips look like Maya. That's where I got the Maya from.
So when you said that, that's why I'm like, she did look black. But I'm like,
I appreciated her. Because I was like, oh god, it's gonna be an artist, nepotism. But she did her thing. Come on, baby. Yeah. I mean, she was an idiot in the end, but she did her thing in the beginning. I appreciated her for that.
Yes,
so
indeed.
we get into this State Farm Arena in Atlanta, the Brian Tanaka Center. Sorry, him and Mariah didn't work out. So we're in there and everybody's getting ready. They got there early as hell to have a sit down damn dinner at the Shake Shack.
Right. I was like, when they originally walked up, she's like, Dad, I told you we were gonna be. We should have showed up early, because they wanted to see her get out of the her
tour bus.
Truck. Yeah, her
tour bus.
I was gonna say the MARTA, and
because I said State Farm Arena.
So that's why I was like, wait a minute, y'all got there early enough to see her, and then y'all still had time to eat. I'm like, what concert is this?
Well, I mean, I guess it had to have been early because I'm gonna catch on to that to the end. But I mean, I guess like artists get there probably like 3 hours before the show starts to do all their sound checks and everything. So
yeah,
she had it planned
I was about to say, they could have came on time and still had time to eat with these artists the way they be doing. Because baby,
the
Lord
downtown
knows,
area.
The Weeknd had us waiting 2 hours after the concert was supposed to start. So I'm just like, oh yeah.
Oh, see that upsets me. That really does. I feel like we should like be able to get a little bit of a refund for the time that we're not seeing this artist. Come out.
Especially when you parked illegally.
But don't worry. When you get old like me, I went and saw Janet Jackson. She said 8 o'clock. Nasty boys. I don't mean a thing. She ain't got time. She got to go home and get to bed. So don't worry. In a couple of years, you'll have your time. And after that, they went and bought pretzels. I said, "Oh hell no!"
Right? They was just hungry. They didn't have anything. He talking about I just got off work, baby. Clearly, because he.
Where did you work at?
The fire department. God. Remember, he's the firefighter.
Oh yeah, the firefighter. Well, he probably had like a 24-hour shift. Oh. Or like 12 hours or something. They work 12 off 12, something like that. I watched 911.
And you still got to the concert early. So yeah, they're at the concert. They had I don't even care who the opening act was because they sounded terrible. Looked terrible. I didn't understand what was going on.
I feel like they were another Indian act though, so I appreciated that.
I appreciate that, but do better. So the concert starts. Everything's normal. Like woo woo da 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 da. He's been first of all, M. Night Shyamalan. I'm not gonna come for you too hard. Don't play with me with this. It's like he don't know how to write dialogue. What's crispy? Get the fuck out of my face. I'm not doing this with you. That's not like talk to somebody who's actually that age so you can know what the slang is. Because I've never heard no fucking crispy before in my life.
For him to be, so his character was like late 30s, early 40s. His slang should be the slang that I use, the slang that we use, that we're accustomed to. That's what he should have said. And then the daughter should have been like, no, we say it's crispy instead. That would have made so much more sense.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
He was like, crispy like Korean fried chicken, because they fry it twice. Like,
anywho, I was like, original recipe. It really had me thinking of KFC. I got mad, got pissed.
KFC ain't crunchy. Only thing crunchy is them nasty ass wings that they have. Ugh. Hate them.
So yeah, I guess he was trying.
I'd rather go to General's fried chicken.
They really played up the father-daughter aspects. It seemed like a very normal movie until he goes to the motherfucking bathroom to take a piss.
Well, before he goes to the bathroom, he's surveying the premises. And it's like, wow, there is a strong ass police presence here. Like strong.
Like not even just regular police. Like there's SWAT outside with like AK-47s and shit. So, I mean, but to me, I feel like you would have still felt like if you didn't, I mean, if they did, because the thing that really fucked this movie up is that they gave most of the plot away in the trailer.
In the trailers, yeah. I was talking to Jay
watching,
about that. Like, why are we doing this?
If I go to a concert and I'm like, of course there's going to be security, but when there's like SWAT outside, I'm like, wait a minute. Chris Brown ain't that important. So it's just like, like, why are they,
only
armed?
time you see SWAT is at like the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So it was just very odd. So I understood why he was making that face, but he's like definitely surveying the building, like you said. Then he goes take a piss. And that's when we find out, oh, you ain't daddy. I don't even know what to call you. You Pearl's daddy. Because he checks his phone.
You Buffalo Bill.
He has this weird devil app. And there's this little Filipino boy who is chained in a basement. And what I thought was odd was that the sound was on. Like, you can see like there's the sound is on and then the microphone. And I'm like, why would you have the sound playing? Like, what if I'm
why is there two-way sound?
Exactly. That's why I was like, wait, that seems problematic. Because, it could be like Scream 2. And, I could hear him, rattling his chains. And I go and listen, like, do it again. So I was just like, that just seems
his facial expression. So he looks at the phone. You see the guy chained up. And he's like, help me, help. And he's just looking at it. He's looking at it. And he kind of looks at it like, I'm about to get off to this. Ew. He looked like, ooh, pull the chain again.
I didn't gather that.
I did. Oh, look. You ain't seen
more...
no man has given you the eye in a while. I can say the same.
I have not seen as many scary movies as you, but no, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
But now that makes me more disgusted.
When if you watch it again, you'll see it. So he comes out of the stall and he sees this old lady washing her hands. And nobody cares. And the first thought in my head was, hell, it's a concert. 14 girls are her, biggest supporter. I have definitely at a football game gone, or at a concert where it was lady centric, gone into the men's restroom. Because bitch, I don't have time to be waiting for 25 women to finish peeing before I go out to see Usher. I gotta see him now.
That just happened to my friends when they went to a concert. They were like, they had to go into the men's bathroom.
Look, I don't want to see. Look, I get tunnel vision, baby. I can act like a horse with the little flappers down. I don't need to see you.
And it makes sense because most men don't just have to take a shit outside of the house. So y'all can use the stalls, they can use the urinals. It seems like it'd be able to work, I mean, come on now, we have co-ed bathrooms. So but when this black guy with these fucking dread locks gets by him, the lady vanishes. So it's like, are you insane? I was a little worried about him.
Are you insane? Yeah, so we see the cops pulling people. They keep pulling men aside, going to talk to him. So we see Cooper is Josh Hartnett's character's name, and Riley is his daughter. So Cooper is looking around. He's like, what's going on? Why are they pulling all these men? What's up with this? What's up with that? So apparently there's an intermission.
Yeah, I like a second act. I was like, what the.
Intermissions during a concert, like I can only think of one like Bruno Mars when he went and changed clothes. That shit only lasted 5 minutes. I didn't have time to go out and get a snack.
Yeah, it was intermission like this is The Sound of Music, and so
the hills are alive with the
I
sound
love it when
of
you sing.
Music.
So they go and they're getting like what t-shirts? Yeah, and so they're like these concert t-shirts on sale, and like there's only one small left. The girl next to Riley gets it. Because she was there first. I was glad that the white privilege didn't work. But there's this black guy there, and he's just like, you're not, and so the dad convinces the girl to let the other girl have it. And so I guess that triggers the black guy. He's like, oh, y'all have nice family values.
His name is Jamie.
Jamie is like, y'all have nice family values. You know what? If you come back in 10 minutes, we have some new shirts coming in. I'll make sure you get your daughter one. So, meanwhile, he's still surveying, so he steps to the side while Riley is still going through shit. I'm like, okay. And he's like, hey, come here, Negro. And he's like, what's up? He's like, hey, so what's going on? Like, what's with the big heavy police presence?
And this was the first part of the movie that I got pissed off.
And Jamie,
I ain't supposed to tell you.
This was genuine. This was genuine because there's always some black person who can't wait to spill the tea on what's going on. And he was just like,
No, he would have spilled the tea to his homeboy. It wouldn't have been no random ass white man at the shop. I'm sorry. It was unbelievable. It was not believable to me, along with the other two fucking black men that pissed me off in this movie.
So he's telling him, he's like, this whole concert, it's a setup, it's a sting. So you know about the butcher, and so this is where introduced to the butcher. The butcher is apparently a serial killer who chops up his victims literally like fresh meat. And I believe he has 12 at this point. And he's like, yeah, I know him. Josh's performance is so fucking weird because it's like he's so calm. He's so calm, but I don't know. It's weird. It's fucking weird. But he's just like, yeah, I heard of him. And so he's like, yeah, they're setting him up. They found a ticket, so they know he's at no. You don't
know that part.
Okay, well, they know he is at the concert. Basically, they know he's here, and this whole concert is designed so they can catch him.
And bitch, it's a trap.
And so he's like, what? Really? And he's like, yeah.
For real?
But don't tell anybody or I'll get in trouble, man. And then come see me for the shirt. And he's like, okay. And so now I
wanted to cut his fucking throat.
This is when high alert kicks in. So now, and this was like, it's weird to say this is the best part of the movie, but like his parts where he's like working, like seeing how his mind works are the best parts of the movie. So they go back in and
so he tells Riley he wants to go find another t-shirt or a corn dog or something that he had wanted.
Wait,
so
no. Funnel cake. So they go.
Okay, so he's like, I think it's down here, and they're looking at all
They go through the whole damn building.
Yes. He does tell her, hey, let's step outside for a second for some air.
That was weird too.
In here. There's a lot of people. Well, I mean, he was just trying to get out. At this point, he was in panic mode, and he sees the cops right by the stairs. He sees this random ass woman by the stairs. He pushed that bitch down.
I was like, wait a minute.
He pushed that lady down those stairs, and she didn't even scream. She just. So and the cops came over to her like, ma'am, are you okay? He thought that he was going to be able to get out, but there were cops on the outside. So it's like, baby, the perimeter is set, baby.
Like SWAT is at every single door. So he's like, fuck not. Then he, you know what? Let's go back to the concert. Isn't the song that you listen to?
I do appreciate Riley being like, Dad, you kind of acting weird.
She was clocking him every step, but he was acting.
Yes.
It's weird because it's like with everyone else, he had it, but with her, it's like he couldn't hide it. So again, the writing
he's probably always calm.
Yeah.
With her. So I'll let that slide. So we get back to the concert and Parker Wayne comes out. I'm like, what is this? A play on Batman and Peter Parker? Like, what is
fucking
this?
Hell. Go to hell.
And he come out looking like Lil Man.
And he come out actually looking like Russ, who he is. And Russ, you never heard Cherry Hill. Russ.
Don't tell me who I know. The only Russ I know is Russell from fucking when the house was flying away and with the balloons.
Go to hell. Everyone else will know who Russ is. But yeah, Russ comes out and they start singing a duet. And so he comes out of the bottom of the stadium. So he's like, hey, and he's looking down there and like there's just, I don't know, like he's like, hey, Riley, hey, you see him come out of there? Let's go down there. Like just weird. Like he's so fucking awkward. And she's like,
and she was like,
we can't go down there, Dad. And then for her to be, I'm going to say maybe 14, 15? And I'm just like, she has so much more sense than him. Like, Dad, we can't go down there. What you talking about? Like, and why would I want to, like, this is this is her idol. Like, this is like little girls going to see Taylor Swift or Beyonce. So it's like, why would I want to leave her performance?
I wish you would have told me when I saw Backstreet Boys for the first time, let's go get a snack. I'm not peeing.
That's why I'm like, it was just, he was being so odd. And like you said, maybe he's always calm, but it was just starting to get creepy. Like, what do you mean? Let's go down here and see what, like, when have we ever done?
It took too long anyway. The trap door closed.
Exactly. So it closes and he's like, oh, fuck. So what's his next excuse? He's going to get the t-shirt. Yeah, he wants to go get the t-shirt. And so he goes down there. He gets Jamie to go with him. He sees Jamie has a badge that lets him into the door. So he's like, instantly, all right, I got to get this badge. So Jamie goes, he gets the box, he lifts up, he's like, oh, let me help you with that. He grabs out his ass. And and he grabs the box. Jamie gets him the shirt, and they're just talking. He's like, hey, they're still talking about the butcher. Jamie he's like, I'm obsessed with him. He shows him like the last victim where he like sliced her up. He was like, I don't know.
Yeah, like one of his friends
Deli
saw
ready.
the body first or something.
Yeah, deli ready. Because he was running and he saw the body on the bridge. And so, and when he shows it to him, he's like, he like puts the phone down like he's like almost ashamed or something like that. Did you get that? Like he was like ashamed or like I don't
I
know.
think he was just playing a role like,
I hate that.
But Jamie is a fucking idiot at this point. This is oh my god. He's like, yeah, security said, nobody's getting up out of this place till you go through security. They got checkpoints everywhere, and in order to get like back, you gotta have the code word. He's like, code word? What? That's crazy.
Can you tell me what it is? If it's okay.
It's Hamilton.
Oh, okay. Like just some. Like
that was just unrealistic. That was unrealistic. You know what? I'll take it back. I'll let that first one slide. Mm-hmm. Telling him about the butcher, but giving him the code word, unrealistic. That just wasn't.
You are some random white man. Like, excuse me.
Who?
And then Jamie was given hood anyway, so it's like y'all don't be trusting white people like that to just be spilling your. If anything, they do that with us and tell us all their business when they.
He wasn't. Rod from TSA hood, but
So,
but I didn't like that M. Night Shyamalan. I didn't like that at all. That was just I don't like how you were writing black people, and it's going to continue on in this movie, and it just pisses me off even more. Okay. What is up with do you have a problem with black men? I must know, because god damn, or were these people just so lucky to have fell into this role that you wrote for a white guy? I don't know, but it just didn't make sense to me.
Because honestly, a white guy, it should have been a white guy. The ending, the ending credit scene wouldn't have worked with a white guy because they had to. We'll explain that later, but
so
it just felt like a white. I could have felt it would have been a nerdy white guy. That's who would have done it. Like just like that. Yeah,
somebody that looks like they don't have friends.
Thank you. I'm so. You be reading my mind. So yeah, like just that. Like just looking for approval.
This is the second time. You ready for the second time? So Cooper now has Jamie's badge, and he goes upon another door to get back, and they're all SWAT team is all huddled up having a meeting.
Girl, this pissed me. Nah, this pissed me off.
Standing there, he's just Josh Hartnett is like 6'5",
and you can tell because like when the captain is talking to the SWAT team, you can like if he's looking back there, he can see him. I know he sees that man. Josh Hartnett, and he's just and he's not even standing there like an employee. He's just like, well, hello, neighbor. Like, just looking fucking awkward. So what does he decide to do? He decides to play.
Let me just scoot by you.
Oh, wait, hold on. The other SWAT teams can remember coming through the door he came through. So they're coming behind him. And so he's, listening to all their plans and how they're about to trap the dude. And then he's just like, oh, let me just scooch. I got to check the coffee, you guys. Sorry, I got to check the coffee. This man ain't even dressed.
They would have their own room closed off for the public. Yeah. Nobody else would be allowed in there. Sorry, M. Night Shyamalan, lava ding dong.
But my thing is, he's not even wearing
ding-dongs.
He's not even wearing like personnel.
He has a badge.
He has a badge, but he's not wearing personnel attire. He got on a fucking like.
Well,
he's dressed like Cotton fucking Weary, and so
I could see if it was like dressy, because then I could see like somebody like the manager or something wearing something like a suit or something. Of
he
that
got
nature.
on fucking plaid with one of them Wolverine like Birkin jacket, like
Freddy Krueger sweatshirt, fucking
with a brown suede jacket.
Anyway, so he gets I cannot believe this part.
He goes and he starts making the coffee, and here's the second black guy that Tiffany don't like, and he's like, "Hey,
bitch, it was 4 then. It was 4 black guys that pissed me off."
Okay, well, this is the second one. He's like, "Hey, where's the sugar?" And so Josh plays it off. I don't know how I guess you just know where sugar is.
Cooper.
I'm calling him Josh.
No, you're calling him Cooper.
So Coop Dupe. And so he like reaches down in the cabinet. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you my stash." My sugar.
Oh, like so and so was supposed to refill it, but here you can use my stash right here. You want a muffin? You want a donut?
No, you want a donut? I'll leave these out. Like just.
He was playing it off. Like he really was playing it off.
And then he scoops. Why did that black guy piss you off? Because he wanted some sugar.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't question him. Like, only thing he has on is a badge showing that he works there. Nothing else. I'm gonna check the coffee. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I feel like they should have been like, "Hey, you got some ID, like the other guy does, but still stupidly. But you got some ID, something.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I take that back. The next black guy, I'm gonna excuse him.
Well,
half. I'm gonna half excuse him. Okay.
Okay, so Josh, he gets out, he throws the coffee away, but he goes back into the hall. Now this part, he runs
before he leaves that room, he steals one of the SWAT team's walkie-talkies.
Yeah. Sorry. But walking out, he runs into Riley's friend's mom.
Jody's mom. That's all I got. Let's call her Jill.
Jody's mom. Her name's Jillian.
Yeah,
Jill. And so he's talking to Jill, and Jill's like, oh my God, you're here. The girls are here. I hate that them and Riley aren't getting along. So him and Riley have been having this conversation since the beginning of the movie about how these girls don't really include her and thing anymore. Like,
they don't bunk with her no more.
Yeah, maybe they were like a trio, and then they kick Riley out. Why did they kick Riley out? Because she dressed like she does. And so the mom's just like, I want them, to get along. Dad's like, well, she's really hurt. And then he kind of like cuts her off and he heads out. He heads on. So he goes back into the concert at this point, or does he still stay out there? I can't remember.
So while he's talking to Jill, the cops run down another person, and it kind of cuts their conversation short because she was getting bold in his face. Like, I don't like.
No, that's the second time. That's second time.
Oh, okay.
Runs into her twice. So I'm thinking he goes back in.
So he goes back and puts on the fucking headset of the walkie-talkie while Lady Raven's singing, and he's like,
and he's listening to all the tea. So they have a profiler who is talking to the SWAT team as well,
trying to get the unsub.
I love that. I know what that means now, because the propaganda. But so she's like, going through. She's like, okay, you guys, we have him locked. He's not gonna panic. He's gonna be calm. And she's just like, she's like, he's very smart. So he's trying to find a way out. Like, it's like she got him. Like, I don't.
Yeah. So he went back and listened to music, and then he tells he has to get another way of leaving. So he tells Riley, I left my credit card at the t-shirt place. So while he's walking around, he's listening to SWAT go over their plans, and our lady FBI agent is like, yeah, he's going to try to create a diversion. He's probably going to try to start a fire, and we see his finger over the fire alarm. Like,
she was on his ass. Like, it was incredible.
He didn't do it.
Right.
And but I appreciated her.
Yeah, he decides to do something a little different. So he goes to, he sees some fries boiling over there. And so he...
Boiling? Frying?
And there's a door that two
guards... boiled fries sounds disgusting. That's just mashed potatoes.
He sees two guards guarding this door. And so he makes his way, I don't know how he manages, he's very quick. For there to be cameras everywhere and he's just very quick. So he sees some cannoli oil, and he goes back and he dumps it into the grease, and he goes and he steals a apron from guess where one of the workers were. And so one of the workers walks over while the cannoli oil is boiling. This bitch gonna stand there looking at the grease.
What could that be?
Right. He turns the grease up. Boom. The grease explodes, like it pops, and of course she gets blasted. And so then he uses that diversion from the guards leaving the door unguarded, and he heads out, and it takes him all the way up to the roof. So he get on the roof, and he just, he like, okay, damn, he got like a sigh of relief. But then here come Negro. Brr! What are you doing here, motherfucker? What are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker.
Hey, what you doing here? He's like, oh my gosh, something crazy just happened in the kitchen. I had to get out of there for a breath of fresh air. And then somebody on the walk, 10-4, somebody had an oil spill in the kitchen. He's like, oh, he looks over to his partner. He's like, oh yeah, somebody spilled some oil in the kitchen. And then we're like, you're gonna let this slide again? And he looks at him and say, hey, what's the password? And he's like, oh, Hamilton, of course. And Cooper's like, phew, I did it. And then the cop is like, nah. What about the card we gave everybody?
Now that is some bullshit.
I appreciated that.
I got so mad because
he got a half slide.
I got so mad because I'm like, now wait a minute.
Yeah, so they gave.
If I was the killer, I would have been like, you know what?
I would have been so mad. I would have gave up. I would have jumped off the building. So they had like a big team meeting before. I only say this because I actually worked a Super Bowl before, and we had those big team meetings and everything where like that's how they told us about SWAT, and it's like the most secure place other than like the White House during the Super Bowl games. So they actually gave him a password and a card, but the card, it wasn't enough. It should have had your name on it and you had to show your ID. It should have been
Right. Because
more
he
double,
had,
triple,
yes.
a
The reason
wristband
he,
that coded you in, something.
right. Because the reason he has the card is because the guy's wallet was in it. So his ID, like the guy's ID, it's right there. But they didn't ask for it. They was just like, all right. And so he was like, okay. And then he escapes that one. So narrowly.
He tells him something. This is why I take that half back from him. So Cooper's character says, hey, that older lady with the white hair, what was she all about? Well, let me tell you, son.
She's a profiler.
An FBI profiler. I was like, oh my God. They would have told you in the meeting. You would have known. Okay.
He wouldn't have, the SWAT, out of all the people who would have told him that, SWAT would definitely have not. They are like, that's as close as you can get to the military.
Get your ass back to work.
Right. That's the closest you can get to the military. They are sealed. So come on now. Like when they talk about, there's a reason you always have to find an inside guy to infiltrate the police department. Like come on.
Mm-hmm. So he sees the old lady again in the hallway. We're like, okay, so she is a ghost.
Yeah.
Who this? And he's stressing out because Riley's like, Dad, we want you to see the rest of this whack ass show. Come on, we gotta go see Lady Raven. Come on, get out here. And she tells him about the Dreamer Girl. He's like, oh, what's the Dreamer Girl? He's like, oh, it's where Lady Raven pulls a girl up on the stage to dance and calls her Dreamer Girl. And he said, the light bulb said, bing.
Right. We also need to go over. He did see Jody's mom again. He saw Jill again. And this is when they tackle another guy, and she's like going off at him. She's like, don't get smart with me, because baby, I got a dark side. You know how them fucking suburb moms be like, bitch, their dark side is telling people at church that they don't like you. So, the cops were kind of like, he played it off. He was like, look, we're gonna get the girls pizza on Saturday, 1 p.m. They're gonna talk, they're gonna be friends, it's gonna be cool. Right when he meets up with Riley, like, well, I made friends with these new girls that I'm standing next to. Fuck them hoes. So yeah,
right.
So they're back at the concert.
Ain't nobody think about Jody now.
And so,
Dreamer
like,
Girl.
oh, so the Dreamer Girl. So he sees her personnel, I guess, the people who work with her walking by, and it's another Indian guy. So he walks.
It's actually M. Night Shyamalan.
Is that? I don't be knowing what that man looked like.
That's him.
I hate him. Why is he always in his fucking movies?
He's like Stephen King. He's like Stephen King.
Okay, because he goes up to him and he's like, hey, my daughter. He's such an asshole for this. My daughter just survived leukemia. We're just regular people, but can she be the Dreamer Girl? And
leukemia, because he can't finish saying words without laughing. You said my daughter got leukemia.
I hate you. That's because why would you? Because how dare you? So he's like, all right, what seats are you sitting in? So the concert continues, blah, blah, blah. His master plan is working. And they're in the meantime, he's still, listening to old girl, and they're like, he's seeing people they're just pulling random men. It's so weird. And the reason they're pulling them is because they had surveillance over where the bodies were dumped. And so they're like, okay, it's going to either be this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. He has a tattoo on his, what the fuck is this called?
Wrist.
Wrist. And he covers it up with a little, what do you call those things? Flat bracelet.
God damn.
Look, I'm not, the girls do that. They had those things. But yeah, he covers it up, but not completely. I'm like, what the fuck? So they know, they have his profile down. They just haven't caught his ass yet. And so M. Night Shyamalan rolled up and he like, hey, y'all, you want to be a Dreamer Girl? And right? Oh my God! Like, shit. Maybe it's just me. She wasn't as excited as I felt she should. I don't know. Maybe.
No, I believed her.
You believed her?
She should have cried.
Yeah, like it just was like, even when she was like up there with her, it just didn't feel like I just feel like it would have just been a little bit more like she wasn't jittery like I've seen people. Like the boy who,
because those people are beside themselves.
And so is she. So she's just like, oh my God, I'm a Dreamer Girl.
No, let's put it this way. Somebody in the 80s seeing Michael Jackson for the first time.
Woo! There you go. Okay.
Those motherfuckers were fainting.
Have you seen the airport footage when he was at the airport and then he had to jump? Like,
Yo,
there is nobody
that is
that famous.
scary.
There's nobody that famous.
That is scary.
Yeah, there's nobody that's.
I don't think I've liked any artist that much ever.
Mm-mm. So they make their way up to the stage. You know, they're and so they have to pass
another black one. Another one.
I don't see what he did wrong. He was fine. I don't see what he did wrong though.
Baby.
He had a mug on him.
He had his guard up. But the thing is, even though this guy says he's with us, this Cooper and Riley did not come from backstage. They came from the crowd. You're supposed to be surveying every male in the concert. He went against his better judgment and didn't do, because he could have said, okay, let's pull him to the side for a sec. We got a couple questions to ask him, yada, 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 yada. It could have took no more than a minute or two, because Lady Raven was still performing her song. She wasn't even done performing. It wasn't time for the Dreamer Girl to get up there. So this part number 3, unbelievable. Get the fuck out of here. 2.5. Sorry, 2.5. So I'm angry at this point. I'm pissed.
So the guy just lets him by because and
he didn't even do a pat down. If he would have did a pat down, he would have found the walkie. Something.
Yeah, he's got all this fucking paraphernalia on him. So,
but this part, I was like, yes, bitch, yes. When Lil Riley made it on that fucking stage and they showed Jody and them.
Oh, yes. So they get backstage. The lady's like, all right, you're going to go on there. Just dance with her. Don't be nervous. They go out there. And this is when I had lost a little bit of respect for Lady Raven, because I'm like, what are these dance moves? But her and Riley get on there.
TikTok dance moves.
And baby, Jody go off.
Jody was like, yeah.
She literally throws her drink in her mom's face and starts screaming. I was like, oh God, I love little Karens. So yes, they were pissed. They like, fuck that.
Oh my God.
And I don't understand what she expected her mom to do. Like, get that little bitch off. She wanted to tell her mom, get the little bitch off stage. But yeah, so they are hating.
It was so, and then they just scream at each other like, ah. It
sucks that Riley couldn't have this moment because it's going to be overshadowed by something else. But
yeah.
So yeah, they're on there and they're dancing, and Riley they're just having a good old time, and Dad's loving it. Meantime, he sees the profiler. Like, she literally standing right next to the side stage, and she's like, anybody tries to go backstage, let me know. Nobody go backstage. Like, she like on it, like
the little self.
But in the meantime, these dehydrated ass tweens keep getting brought backstage. Where are your parents? Like, how are they all sick? At first, I thought somebody had poisoned them, but I was like, what the? So yeah,
I feel like that might have been a part of the storyline that they got rid of or something. Because she was about to fall out. So because our dear Cooper is a firefighter, he catches her and takes her to the medic tent, and he's like, "Whoo, here you go. Here's a pack of ice. You'll be fine in 30 minutes. Make sure you get something to eat." And Lady Raven's PR or publicist is like, "Oh my God, you're such a great person. You know what? Stay back here. Yeah. Stay back here and finish watching the concert." And he's like, "Hey, can we leave out the back way? We don't want to go through all these people again." She's like, "Of course, yeah." So he's like, "Whew, yes,
yeah." Sigh of relief.
We did it.
So
then the worst part of the movie happens. Storm Cuddy.
So fucking tired of us watching movies with Kid Cudi in them. Like, I appreciate he trying to get into the acting thing, but God damn you. God damn you.
Storm Cuddy.
This was some bullshit. So he get up there. What's his name? It's like
I don't know.
I forgot what the artist's name was. But he get up there with some fucking white ass hair, like he's the fucking Targaryen. And then he's like, gay. Watch Game of Thrones like a normal person.
No, I won't watch it like a fucking what's the word? Follower.
I hate you. So he's like this. He's like the gay bitchy artist thing. He's just like cussing out his management and his people. And he gets on there. He performs with her as well. I don't understand why this character fucking existed. And again, another plot point that I feel like was in the script, but they didn't, because he Cooper's watching them all. Like, he's literally watching Kid Cudi get on stage. He's watching Lady Raven, and she blows an inhaler. I was like, is something gonna I thought that was gonna be something, and it never was. Because asthma, but anywho, so the concert basically finishes and they head backstage. But I don't know. Like, I feel like this was a boring backstage because they didn't even really get to talk to her. So they're waiting for Lady Raven. Kid Cudi cusses out another fucking. What was the point in this?
I said, honeysuckle sour kombucha, bitch.
Yeah. Then he walks by, says hi to Riley, and he sees Josh Hartnett, and he reacts like we do. Like,
I definitely would have flipped my wig.
Like, yes, definitely. Baby. It's
yes,
just,
baby.
I couldn't. Maybe.
He looks
Thinker.
young. I don't know if it's me, but he looks.
No, like I said it in the beginning. He looked like I know he's not old. Let me get that very clear.
He isn't.
But he's not old, but it's just like he's been gone for so long that you thought that maybe he's been away from
gone
Hollywood
for a minute, and now he back with the jump off.
Yeah, because when they leave Hollywood, they just thought, they stop, getting facials and shit. I don't know. So, but he clearly hasn't stopped. So he got a chemical peel and some more shit. So
we with it. We with Josh.
Again, there was no. He didn't even try to use that. Like, again, I didn't understand what the point of Thinker was. Like, what's the point of Kid Cudi's character? Like, there were so many opportunities. Like, oh, well, he got a thing for me, so maybe I can flirt with him. You know what I mean? Like, I thought there was nothing that came out of this. What the fuck did you write this for? So
he needed something to do.
The PR girl is just like, hey, so she's gonna come out. You're gonna say bye to her, and then you guys are gonna leave at the back. SWAT's back there. They're gonna ask you a couple questions, just security stuff. No problem. We all gotta do it. So he's like, fuck, he really don't want to go to security because I'm guessing the tattoo. Because what I'm thinking is, what are they really going to ask you if you're just a random, like if you are innocent and some random guy, what are they going to ask you that's going to out you? Like, what do you think?
I wonder if they're going to take prints or something. I don't know. That's a good question.
Like, the only thing that they had was the tattoo. And that's why I'm like, I don't, because if I was him, I don't know, get a pocket knife and scrape your fucking scrape your skin off.
What is this? What movie was that? Men in Black?
I don't know. But I'm just like, it just seemed very, I don't know. It just seemed like he was being very panicky for something that could
find out
a quick.
Yeah, it's too, you're right. But we find out that our sweet Lady Raven is just that, a sweet Lady Raven. She is the nicest peach ever. And somehow Cooper says, hey, can I chat with you? You know all about my daughter's condition. Can I just chat with you for a second? And Lady Raven's like, of course, come back here with my room. And she sends everybody out. She does leave the door open. And he's talking to her. He's like, I want to just thank you for allowing my daughter to come in there. She's feeling so much better now. Hey, what you know about carbon monoxide?
This part threw me. I was like, what the At first I thought, again, I thought
if somebody changes mid-conversation and starts saying, I'm screaming. I don't know what I'm screaming for, bitch. I'm just screaming. Like, Like, if you talk to me, you're like, you know what? Buttercream ice cream is really good. Hey, have you ever seen a dead body? I'm just screaming. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I thought that he was about to use the asthma thing. There were just so many details. I'm not going to say he's not Tyler Perry by any means, but it's just like, maybe he needs an editor because it's like he put
just like
so
some quick
much
tweaks.
He put so much detail, and I knew it's M. Night Shyamalan, so there's gonna be a twist. And he put so much detail. I just thought that he was gonna use one of these nuggets that he laid before us, but we never hear about her asthma again. So
he tells her. Yeah, so he shows her the video of Spencer, the guy that he kidnapped, and it's like, hey, I thought that this was going to be her brother or something. This chick didn't even know him! Because
she was talking with the police, and so when she's that involved, I thought it was going to be...
Yes! She didn't even know the kidnapped guy. So he tells her, hey, carbon monoxide could fill up this room in 5 minutes if I push this button right here. So you can either save Spencer or... What did he say? Oh, I wrote it down. Oh my God. Save him or catch me. Save him or catch me. I'm sorry, Spencer. Night, motherfucker, because it's time to go. I'm not saving you, Spencer. I'm sorry, Bookie.
Can we talk about
there are other people out in this world that need to be saved too, because if you let him continue on, he's just going to keep doing it.
My thing is, it was very interesting how long it took for her to catch on. He was like, oh, you're looking for me. What?
Oh, wait, he said, save him, catch me. Save him, catch me. By the way, it was a great show.
So he's like, all right, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to ask me and my daughter to ride in your limo with us. And we're going to get out of here. And if you alert...
Where was Lady Raven's crew?
And if you alert anyone in the police, I'll press this button and kill him. So they get to walking. And so because she... Oh, that's why. Because they also said that the only people who are clear to leave without questioning are Lady Raven's, like people with the Lady Raven. Like her crew is clear. And so...
But that still doesn't make sense.
They head out and they just pass by. They don't have to answer no questions. They get in the limo. They gone. So, and again, it's just like Riley's just not acting excited. Like you're riding in the limo with Michael Jackson. So it's just like just nothing. Like she just wasn't giving me like.
We need to name a celebrity every time. So she's now riding in the limo with Michael B. Jordan, and she doesn't give a fuck.
If I'm riding in the limo with Michael B. Jordan, I'm literally not screaming. Like I do not even trust myself to meet Michael B. Jordan at this point. Like unless I'm married, I don't trust myself to meet him because there's just like I don't know. Like I'm not going to assault him, but I'm going to be like, sir. Don't call security, but I'm never leaving your sight for the rest of my life. And if you try to have me escorted out, I will harm myself.
So I might feel that way about, I don't know, maybe Aldous Hodge.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Sorry. I don't see it.
You have lost your fucking
But again,
mind.
I've never seen it with Denzel either. I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Old school Denzel? Oh, you have lost. He
was always old. Like he was old. Like he was like 30 when I was a kid.
Training Day Denzel?
Never saw Training Day.
No, ma'am.
So yeah, haven't seen it yet. So yeah, she just wasn't giving me.
There's no way in hell.
I have never seen Training Day. I've seen the clips, of course, but I've never seen the movie.
No, I'm mad about Aldous Hodge. Like,
no.
It's beautiful. That man is.
I don't see it. No, he's a great actor, but I don't see it.
He can have anything I've got.
All he got
all of me right on the spot.
All he's getting from me is a handshake. I'll give him a strong handshake.
You better put my fucking phone number in that handshake, bitch.
I'll be forgetting. But yeah, so she's just.
God, he's beautiful. You seen Invisible Man?
Yeah.
That was.
I've seen a lot of his movies. He's a great actor. I just don't see it.
Your taste ain't tasting. Because you know what? Let me not say it because I feel the same way with Michael B. Jordan.
Right. Or Philemon Chambers.
But I'm the smart one. So anyway, wait, here's the part that really got me. So they get in Lady Raven's limo and they drive out. Bitch, why is this still daytime?
I'm gonna assume the concert started at 12.
Did Lady Raven have a 10 a.m. show? That would actually be awesome if they start doing concerts during the day. Bitch, hook me up. Yeah, that means I can still go to sleep that night. I don't have to worry about getting home at 1 p.m. Why don't they do this?
Maybe just the time. I don't know. Maybe for ambiance. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Again, where is Lady's crew? I don't know.
It's just her and literally just her in the limo.
At this point, when they got to the house, it was so cute when Lady Raven's like, "Hey, can you show me your house? Where you live?"
Yeah, in the limo, and it's funny to watch him
just fall apart.
Yeah, like because he's like.
But I like little Riley. What? You want to come to my house? Mom, can Lady Raven come to my house? And she calls her mom on the phone. She's like, "No, Mom, Lady Raven doesn't care about how the carpet looks." I was laughing. That was cute because I could see me for a friend, not for my idol. But yeah, that was really cute how she calls her. Mom said it's
okay. Yeah. Now that part, she was giving it to me because that's excitement. I need you to act like this is a celebrity that you watch. And yeah. So, and she's like, "What's your address?" He like 1804. I'm like, damn.
He said it through
and he keeps tapping
5531 Main Street. Right.
And he keeps tapping his phone like, "Bitch, I will kill this boy. You playing with me, but you need to stop playing with me." So they get to the house.
See, at this point, when the mom came out, my immediate thought was the mom's in on it.
Yes,
that's what
again. I was looking for the twist because I know who.
You want to know why? Because that's that bitch. That's that bitch.
Are you gonna say it? Are you? Oh,
that racist bitch from them.
Oh, see, she's all. I thought you were gonna say she's that. I was gonna say the word. I can say it. I'm gay. She's that dyke bitch from American Horror Story cult who sold her fucking wife out. Oh yeah. Yeah, they were like.
I mean, she basically
sold. Because like
she
her
has
wife
played
was
some diabolical characters.
Yes.
So I really thought that she was gonna.
Yeah, she sold her fucking wife out because they were they had a surrogate, but her wife. I mean, they didn't have a surrogate, but they had a artificial.
From the one where she didn't like the holes. Can't think.
Yes. And she sold her fucking she sold her fucking wife out because she made the comment, "Oh, I'm his real mother." You bitch, I'm so glad she fucking killed you. But yeah, it's her again. But she got a mom haircut, so we're supposed to like her. So they get up in there and she's like, "Oh my god, it's so great to meet you." So it's like he on her ass. So they get inside, and he like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? I'll kill him, bitch.
She's like, "Oh, Riley, you want to show me your room?"
Yeah.
So Riley said, "Logan, help me clean my room real quick."
Right. And the wife goes and she makes a bunch of little desserts. She act like Brie Vanderkamp. She made every fucking thing. She get muffins,
pie, bitch,
like everything. So she's like, it's just some things, not anything a rich person like you would like. She's like, I love everything. So she over there eating and trying to figure out how to get him. And so they on the couch. Here this bitch go. Hey, have y'all ever heard of
the butcher?
Like in front of children.
And that's when she explains to everybody that the concert was a trap to get the butcher. Apparently, at one of his crime scenes, somebody found a piece of the receipt where he purchased tickets to go see Lady Raven's show. So they knew that he was going to be there. What if he had sold him? What if he had scalped him in the front?
You know what? That would have been. That's one thing that
y'all wasted your time.
This is what I be talking about. Why were we not on the writing team? Because that would have threw the profile off completely. Like she wouldn't even thought because why would he attend the concert?
Well, I mean, at that point, that's when you realize, oh, he has a child. Because I don't think they mentioned that any of his victims were young girls or anything like that. So they're like, oh, she has a child. So anywho, so he's like, well, Lady Raven, you probably got to get up out of here, huh? That sounds like a plan. And she's like, oh, I can play you a song. There's like a piano in the living room. This is when it starts. This is the power struggle. And it was such tension in the movie theater because we were like, God damn, like, girl, come on now. And so she goes. I was just surprised that she hadn't called anybody on her phone, secretively, went in the bathroom and down. He told her not to. So she goes and Riley goes and sits next to her, and apparently Riley plays piano too. But they go and they just she's like, dun, dun, dun. Oh, this is the shiznit right here. Dun, dun, dun. And they're all like, shake your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Show me what you're working with. So they finish the song and he's like, all right. And she's like, and so she takes, while Riley is sitting next to her, she takes Riley's phone and she's like, Riley, you want to take a selfie? And she's like, oh, where's my phone? She's like, oh, your dad's phone. She snatched that fucking. Look, you need to say what you're saying, then laugh. He snatched his fucking phone out his hand. She was able to take a selfie and then was able to. She's like, oh, still has his phone in her hand. Yes. And she goes to the bathroom. She runs to that bathroom so damn quick and closes that door. He's like, hey, can I have my phone? Can I have my phone? And this is when it breaks. His facade is gone. He's like, let me in. Hey, where's my phone? Can I see my phone? And everybody's like, calm down, right? Dad. And he's like, get the master key to the bathroom. They're like, calm down, Cooper. He start beating that door down. And in the meantime, she gets on the app. She gets on the app and she she talks to the guy. She's like, Spencer, where are you? Let me know where you are. He's like, I don't know. There was a lion statue. There was a blue door. And so then she gets on her phone on her live and she's like, you guys, I need your help. Does anybody in Philadelphia know about a lion and and a blue door? And so they're just like, the comments are just rolling. And then there's this one girl who's like, yeah, I think we live across the street from that. She's like, get your family, get everybody, go over there and get the Spencers down there and help him save his life. Woo! And so this was it was just so intense because there was a window in that bathroom. I thought she was going to jump out of it. Something, but the whole time you hear Spence it's just like glass. And why didn't she throw his phone down the toilet? The phone was the access to killing the kid. Yeah, break his phone. I didn't understand her at this point because you just hear him going off on his family. The kids are screaming, the mom's screaming, and so bang, 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 bang. She was just moving too slow for me. She was moving too slow for me. Right. I'm in the butcher's house. Look, SWAT. Everybody, whoever. And then after she gets off her live, she texts her, I guess her limo driver, to call 911. The worst limo driver ever. He would have got fired. Look, the fifth black person that would have got fired out of this fucking show. What did he do wrong? He called 911. He let her go in that house. She said, she was saying why didn't her publicist should have been with her too? It just wasn't realistic. It's
Yeah.
her last show. She should be going home. She
Well,
should be
yeah, she said she was
saying
going back to
goodbye
LA.
to everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, I guess she was supposed to be on her way to the airport to a private jet or something. I don't
yeah.
know. I don't
So
know.
he opens the door
So
with the master key, and he's like,
you did it, bitch.
Yeah, you did it. So he gets his phone from her. By the time he gets his phone from her, though, Spencer gone. It didn't take them no time to run down to that basement and get Spencer up out of there. And so he's like, oh, how did you get out of there? Interesting. So he's like, all right, come with me. So they go to the garage, and he gets like a toolbox, and he's like, get in the car. Or what did he threaten her? Or he's like, I forgot what, I mean, because he has no leverage at this point. I don't know why she got in the car. But yeah, he's like, get in the car. He's like, oh yeah, they were right. Because they also said that he drives a dark vehicle because he's OCD. He doesn't like cars with he doesn't like cars that are easily stained or anything like that.
Which makes no sense because the only car that you can actually get that makes it like it's not dirty is a fucking silver car. I would know. I don't remember the last time I washed mine.
So yeah, he's like, yeah, they were right. You know, this is my wife's car, and they get inside this white little Suburban thing, and he's just talking to her, and this is weird. This is when it gets weird. So she starts scolding him.
She starts Mrs. Voorheesing him.
Yes, she starts scolding him like he's his mom, like she's his mom, and she's just like, you're a bad boy, and you better be. And so he's just like, it's not gonna work, and they just had this whole little dialogue. I'm like, the profiler went over all that.
Yeah, the profiler told her everything, baby.
Like, damn. So yeah, and so as he's lifting up the garage, and clearly she's fucking stalling. He's so damn stupid. So,
I thought the cops were gonna be outside.
Right. And so he's just like, I tried to separate these two worlds. It's his fucking wife and the kids. And so he's like, oh, they got out the window. And I never thought about that. Like, it's just, he's just like,
he never surveyed his own house as a way of his captives getting out. So they climbed down a little tree right outside of Riley's window.
Yeah, because like he said, he tries to keep the two worlds separate. And so they're standing out there, and they just literally standing out there, and they're like, Dad, what are you doing? So he lets her, she gets out. She's just like, fuck, I'm about to wait on you, fuck it. She gets out of the car, she runs over to them, and here comes SWAT. And so he just like, he says his goodbyes. Basically, he's like, hey, honey, there's what did he say? A plumber coming. Don't let him get you to buy new pipes. And then he's like, I forgot what he tells Riley. He's like, Riley, damn, what did he tell her? It was just like basically shit, goodbye shit. He tells his son something, and he closes the garage door behind him. And SWAT just swats the damn house. So he just starts walking through the house very casually. And he starts moving stuff out of the cupboard, not cupboard, but what do you call that place? Pantry, yeah. And he go to profiler. All right, now keep eyes on him. So they walk up, they actually get in the house. Baby, he gone. And
he got a little tunnel.
Lady Raven drives off. She's like, thank you, bye. She hugs everybody. She drives off. And they're like, hey, he gone. And there's a tunnel here that leads to the neighbor's yard. This is when Cooper just started pissing me off. Okay, so Lady Raven driving off, and there's this random guy who's like, hey, I'll take her from here. All right, she's cleared. They go drive off. They pull over on the side of the road. Baby, he done got swatted. How did he get SWAT equipment on?
I think he probably already had that.
That's a fucking mess. So
he's a firefighter, so he has access to those areas. He probably, I think he had that already.
So he goes in, he handcuffs her to like the bar rail, and he's like, "You're from my fucking life." So yeah, then he gets back.
Well, no, he was like, "I've been watching you, ever since I saw you on stage." Basically, he wants to make her his next victim.
Yeah, he's like he usually he's like, there's something that sparks, and it's usually when people feel like they're, damn it, there's a phrase, they're like well off, or like they're worth it. I forgot it. It's some phrase that he uses, but that's how he picks his victims. And he gets back in the driver's seat, and they go for a ride. And so she like pulling. And so they get in traffic once again. And it's like, this is the traffic that
Philly got a lot of traffic, baby. They didn't have no traffic. Scared driving through there. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, I was like, what the fuck? So yeah.
They pull up in front of like a restaurant or something. There are a lot of people outside, and Lil Raven reaching back, is able to roll down the window, and somebody looks in the limo like, "Hey, this is Lady Raven!" And then he runs the window back up real fast.
She's like, "Call police! Call police! Call police!"
But
so,
she said it. No, she said no, baby. She wrote it. She said, "Call the police." Why wasn't you screaming, lady?
So she banged, and it's taking him forever. Like he beeping the horn, they not moving. So it's like bang, 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 bang. She finally gets loose. And then she step out the car again. It's like he don't have no locks on. He don't ever have anything to keep these people like.
I guess I don't. Well, in the other car, you put her in the front seat. You should have put her in the back seat where you have the childproof locks.
Right.
But yeah, our lady Raven, because she knew once she got out that car, everybody was gonna just like bombard her. So she knew she was safe at that point.
And she wasn't saying shit. Safe. She was just looking at people. So the police eventually come. Like they find like they come on rolling, and all of a sudden everybody starts swarming the car. I couldn't tell if our limousines tinted on all fronts because they see him in the front seat.
I don't know. I think
because I was like, that's the only part that was confusing. Because
tinting depends on the state you in. So
okay, because he could clearly see them, and then he sees like a bunch of like paraphernalia, Lady Raven paraphernalia next to him in the seat next to him, and they like swarm the car. Like they're just like, Lady Raven, who's in there? Who's in there? Who's in there? Even though they know she's at the limo. So it was very odd how they were still like, what's going on there? Help me. And so the cops come, the SWAT is like, hey, get everybody away from the car. Get everybody away from the car. So they get everybody away from the car. Then they shoot inside the motherfucking limo.
Well, no, they shoot the tires out and they tell them, hey, come out of the car. I'm not going to tell you again.
But they
waited 3 seconds and pow.
Right. So, and we're going to talk about that. So they get up there and it's just a SWAT equipment. So, and then we see this motherfucker is already outside. He got on a hoodie and some more shit. And so he's walking.
Baseball cap.
Right. And so he can still hear them and they like, all right, he couldn't have gotten far, he must have got out when we got
his photo would have been released to the press at this moment. It would have been all over the news. # Lady Raven.
It took them forever to put them on.
But our sweet darling Lady Raven, you know what she does? She gets her limo. She gets somebody, I don't know who the fuck it was, to take her to go see Spencer, the guy that she helped get, helped him release. She gave him a nice
she goes and she sees
the
fan the fan who helped her. That was a black girl you could be proud of. The fan who helped find Spencer and their family. And then, she hugs Spencer and, he shows her like, this is where the blue door was. And so she's free. And so she hugs everybody. She really is a sweetheart. And now it's time for her to get the fuck on. Cause girl,
she like, look, I ain't coming back to Philadelphia ever fucking again. Hell no. Hell no. FBI ain't helping y'all ever again. Nope.
Ever. So
she probably, you know what? She's probably going to the studio and make a new album because she got a lot of shit to write about. So we're back at the house and we see all the family photos, the super cute, loving family photos. And the wife is just looking at the photos like, I can't believe this shit. Under my nose. Under my nose.
And the profile was like, look, the only person who would have caught this is the mama. She was like, he knows how to mimic, human trait, human personality traits. So like he mimics us. He doesn't set off our nervous system. Like he's very good at that. So the only person who would have caught it was his mama. So don't blame yourself. Your kids are with your sister. If you want protection, let us know. She's like, nah, girl, just get the fuck up out my house. So they go.
And at this point, I still thought the mom was in on it. I went back to thinking the mom
Tiffany,
was in on it. Okay.
Tiffany, we here because I was literally like, that's why she wants your ass out this house
because he can come back in. Exactly.
Yeah. So, baby,
she making some night tea like I do. Damn, I'm old. I do make me a little cup of tea before I go to sleep. Yeah. A cup of.
You making the tea that Mrs. Doubtfire was making with your cream and your sugar.
No, I'm making the tea that what was his name? What was her name? The where did you hide it, Dan tea?
Fuck you. I hate you. I'll never forgive you for that. The fact that that's our outro for every episode, go to hell. So the water's sitting over there getting boiling.
Oh gosh.
And he pop out like Miss Doubtfire. Lulu! I don't know how this motherfucker managed to get into the fucking.
Look, he probably had
said there were patrol cars outside, and they were going to be there all night.
It was the same motherfuckers that were patrolling from Scream 4. Worthless.
And they're talking about scary movies and shit.
But he's sitting at the dining room table, and she's like at least 20 feet away at the kitchen by a window. Bitch, I would have threw something out the window.
He got a cleaver. He would have threw that cleaver into her back.
So, something. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
he decides, Josh the Hartnett decides to let us know I'm still fine as fuck. So he gets on, he starts taking his shirt
Why
off.
did he take that shirt off?
To let us know I'm still fine as fuck.
Okay,
and
we appreciate it, Daddy.
And so he just started talking to her. He's like, you know, I had a feeling.
It took me a minute.
Couldn't figure out.
Because I know I ain't leave nothing up in there.
Right. And he's like, and so he's like, you know what? All those late nights, I feel like you thought I was having an affair. She's like, yeah.
Yep.
Thought you were having an affair. And then I followed. He's like, so you followed me? It's like, yeah. And he's like, that's a safe house. I don't even kill there. I just go there to think. And so she's like, I went there. And she was like, you went in after me, did you? She's like, yeah, I went there. And there was only a table and a chair. And so I left your receipt because your bleaching products, the cleaning products, you smell so clean, and they're not the firefighter clean.
That part I was like,
clean.
She said, you know, basically I was expecting you to come home smelling like Dove if you were cheating, but your ass smelled like fucking bleach.
Mm-hmm.
Like
hospital bleach, not firefighter bleach.
Yeah.
And so she was like, I went in there.
Guys.
No, there is a difference. They're like the hospital has, because the hospital has like, they have these wipes that you have to always
everything down.
Yeah, you have to have gloves on because they can make you impotent apparently. And like yeah, they can So I was like, damn. So yeah, hospitals do a little bit more. But yeah, so she left the receipt there. She tore it off. She was like, I don't know. I thought they would question you. Maybe they proved me wrong. But yeah, I thought you might be him. So I made an anonymous tip and let them know. So yeah, so that's how everything got set up. His fucking wife. So he's like, I'm angry with you. He's like, and it's so weird because I've never felt this before. Like, because, you know, sociopaths, they don't feel human emotions. They mimic human emotions. So in this moment, he's like, my mom would be so proud because I'm actually, you know, I don't know, something about the monster and all this kind of shit. And
I'm actually feeling something.
Yeah. And so you start hearing his mom. He starts seeing his mom. She's like, hey, before you kill me, let's have Riley's last piece of pie that she made. And so he's like, all right, but what did he say? No knives, please. I don't want to fuck you up. Like, and that was the energy he was giving. So she makes the pies. They go sit down. They start eating the pie. And so he's like, this ain't gonna last long because I'm gonna eat this in 5 bites. She's like, I know, but shit.
Well, he tells her that the only thing that he's upset about is how much he'll miss the kids because of her. Yeah. So males always fucking blaming women. Mm-hmm. Like, it's her fault. He's a psychopath, sociopath, crazy ass, killing people. But it's her fault. Okay.
Yes. So, yeah. He's just eating it. He's tearing that pie up. I want some pie. Baby.
I like a little crumble on top. Baby.
Yeah. He's tearing it the fuck up. Give me a little bit of that. So,
he's going to do a murder-suicide.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna do a murder-suicide, kill you and kill myself. So, but when he's done with the pie, he starts like literally seeing his mom. And his mom is talking to him. She's like, I'm so proud of you. You finally put the monster away. And that's when he's like, wait a minute. So he touches the plate, and he's like, there's supposed to be like
powdered sugar.
Yeah, he's like crushed up pills, and he's like, did you put my fucking pills up here? You have my bag, don't you? She's like, look, the police were so busy. I found your bag. They didn't ask me about it. She's like, is this what you used to on these people? And he's like, to calm them down. Like he's like, he want to say bitch so bad, but he doesn't. And so he stands up and he sees his mom in the doorway, and he's talking to his mom, and she's just saying everything he ever wanted her to say. And baby, he starts walking towards his mom, and the pots start going off too, like the teapot. I don't know why that was significant, but he walks
just to take your
he walks all the way into the living room, and then pop, they tase his ass. They tase his ass from four different directions. Oh no, this pissed me off, and I was ready to walk the fuck out. And I was mad that I wasn't sitting next to no black people, because then we would have been able to look at each other and be like,
yeah.
They tased this man. So they tased him from 4 different directions. He is turned into the Hulk. So he runs towards one of the SWAT members and starts gouging his eyes out with his hands. And they still keep tasing him. They don't shoot him. They don't hit him with a club. I'm like, now didn't y'all just shoot a woman over some boiling water?
Baby, that was planned. Moving on. So, so they get him, and he comes out looking fly as fuck, arrested with them chains around his stomach. I was like, yes, baby. Joshua, you did it to
They
me.
gave him
baby.
way too many chances. I didn't
I
appreciate that.
don't even fool white guys like that, but I was fooling with him. So he's coming out, he's chained up, and because of his OCD, he's like, "Ooh, I gotta pick up this bike that my daughter flipped over."
Mm-hmm.
The cops are about to pick it up, and you hear the wife. I'm sorry, he's about to pick the bike up, and you hear the cops pull up their guns, and the wife's like, "Don't shoot him!" I'm like, "Bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
Again, I still thought that maybe there was a chance, but the daughter, also the police car pulls up and it's the kids, and I'm like, damn, they come like.
Well,
I guess
he
they
picks
were.
the bike up. Let's pick the bike up. They let him do that, and then the kids show up, and Riley runs through police officers to give him a hug. So I thought at this point,
I thought Riley
something off of Riley's person.
Oh,
you thought Riley was the killer?
I thought Riley was in cahoots, and I thought she was giving him, like that jailhouse thing. I thought she was giving him something to get out of the handcuffs.
A pin or something,
Yeah. So he hugs Riley. Riley gets taken off, and they push him in there, and, they close the doors. It's over with. They caught him. They finally...
Well, wait. Why the son didn't go see him? The son said, "Fuck you, man."
Right, because Logan don't fuck with him like that. So they they finally put his ass on the news now. They say his name. It's like, oh, this is the guy. This is who it is. This is who it was. I wanted to see Jody's mom see the news, but they didn't give me that.
They're writing a tell-all book about it. They're gonna do something. And she's gonna tell her daughter. That's the reason why she was on stage. She was holding Lady Raven hostage. So they pan back to the bike, and we notice that one of the spokes are missing off the bike. This is the worst SWAT team I've ever seen in my life, mind you. So he is in the back of the police, the paddy wagon. See, he's in the back of the paddy wagon, and he actually gets his cuffs free. I don't know what the fuck he thinks he's gonna do, because when he gets out, he's just gonna run into a bunch of cops. When they take you to jail, they don't take you to the front of the jail, let you out of the car. They don't park in a regular parking spot. They take you underground at the jail, and you get out under there. Like, you're not getting away. Come on,
he laughing and shit, like, ha, 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 ha.
And laughing maniacally.
Yeah. And that's all she wrote.
The credits start rolling, but then we get a stupid mid-credit scene.
Yes, we see Jamie. And they're on the news basically saying who it is. And they're like, Cooper. And they're like, hey, here's a picture of him. And he's like, motherfucker. That's it. I ain't talking to nobody else. I ain't talking to nobody else no more. And that's why I say it wouldn't have worked if it was a nerdy white guy, because there wouldn't have been that kind of black reaction to get the audience to laugh.
The white guy probably have been like, oh, he could ask me for help.
Right. But yeah, that's the end of the movie. I'm really happy because this worked, because I was nervous because I couldn't take notes. So I was like, how am I going to remember all this? I can't. And I haven't watched anything since I left the movie theater. So I just played the Switch.
Oh, I was actually a professional at taking notes. I'm telling you, I had like a stack of papers. It was like when I got like an oil change out of my car. So I was on the last seat in the row, and there was somebody right next to me. So I had my phone down here, and I had like a piece of papers like covering my phone on the lowest setting, and I was able to take notes that way, so they couldn't see me. Okay. And then also Wikipedia, Wikipedia had the plot synopsis up too, so I was able to go back and kind of clean everything up. So
okay.
But yeah, so for 2024's Trapped, when I got at the movies, I didn't really like it, but discussing it with you, I liked it a little more. So for me, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was an okay watch. I don't think it was something I'd watch again, because we know who did it. Yeah. And it does have like a lot of tense moments. I did appreciate those, but the characters, the dumb characters were just, and they happen to be black men, and it was just pissing me off. It was pissing me off. But I would recommend you go see it. You go wait for it to come on Max.
Yeah, it was worth it.
No rush.
I'll give it a 7. I wish we would have got more of Cooper. I just loved, because again, them exposing the plot twist in the trailer was the downfall. If we hadn't known, I
just wish he never like even looked at the cell phone.
Yeah. Because then it would have gave a little bit more suspense. That's the only thing. Because, and M. Night Shyamalan knows how to do this. Like the first Saw movie, when you realize that dead body is not that dead, is the killer. That's what I was hoping he would have given us. Or like you said, the wife reveal. I thought
dead people.
The wife reveal, or even Riley being like something, or Logan. Like, there would have been. Like they could have. I just feel like he just kind of like phoned it in at the end. It was a good movie.
Yeah, like I really thought that person that was captured was going to be in their basement.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought. But anywho, he wasn't. What was your score?
7.
7?
So yeah, it was good. Like I went to the movie to see it. I don't feel like I wasted anything. It was still cool. Again, like Tiffany went to a packed row. I had a packed house. So just the
So what
reaction.
is this? Get out of here.
Just the reaction. Maybe because I went at 12:30, so I'm thinking matinee. That's why it was packed at mine.
Yo, now that you mention it with the tasers, I said, you got to be shitting me out loud. I did not mean to. But that just really pissed me off. I didn't like that.
Yeah, because like y'all would have shot if that was a black man, y'all would have shot his ass.
I understand wanting to keep him alive, you know, to question because maybe he had some other bodies that they needed to find. I wish they would have mentioned that in the movie, and that would have made so much more sense because they could have easily shot him in the kneecap.
Yeah, because y'all would have killed that black man. Y'all would have killed that black man. The minute he gouged another SWAT guy, like he killed another person.
He was pushing his eyes.
Yeah, I'm like
that. Yeah,
y'all would have shot that black man. So yeah, that's the only. But yeah, those are the only few parts that I didn't like. But he did well. He did well for a comeback.
And Josh Hartnett was looking delicious.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett is definitely back. He definitely needs to start doing horror, suspense, thrillers. Like he's back and he's better than ever. So yeah, I appreciate that this movie brought him back to us.
Thanks, Josh. All right, guys, so that will do it with 2024's Trap. Please be sure to follow us next week when we review the terrible movie that is House of Wax, the remake.
The remake with Chad Michael Murray, Robert Richard, Paris Hilton.
Or as me and my friend Amanda call him, that delicious young man.
I hate y'all.
I don't know what's going on with him now, but back then he was
He
DYM.
still looks good. I told you, watch Mother of the Bride on Netflix. He still looks good.
Is that who the boyfriend was?
You'll see.
Is that the girl from iCarly?
Yeah, but that's not who the boyfriend is. Yeah.
I started watching it. I started watching it and turned it off because it was not funny.
It gets
He's supposed to be in the new Parent Trap. They're making another Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan and Julia Lee Curtis. Who? Jamie Lee Curtis.
You mean no?
Julia Louis Dreyfus.
You mean Freaky Friday?
Damn, you right. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Where did you hide it, Dan?